of the All the Book Show recorded at the David A. Howe Public Library. We talk book news, author news, literary news, and I'm Eric Mickles. And
I'm Nick Gunning.
yeah,
How are you today?
my best co-host.
Oh, thank you. You're
Yeah.
my best co-host.
No, that's not how it works.
What do you mean?
One person hosts.
No.
And then that host has a co-host.
No, you can't have a host and a co-host.
Yes, you can.
Two people are co-hosting,
Okay, I'm sorry.
sharing responsibilities.
I'm Eric Mickles, and my sidekick
No,
on the show.
I do love a good sidekick though.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
yeah.
I guess.
Well, you're a Marvel guy. Makes
well,
sense.
okay, right. Now we're talking comic books, but I meant
Yeah.
like on talk shows.
Oh no, I don't.
Like I don't like Andy Richter
no,
just
thank
sitting
you.
on the couch.
Paul Schaefer, on the other hand,
But he's the
he's the band leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his mic was hot all the time, so he
Yeah.
could chime in whenever he wanted.
I like a band leader
Yeah.
because it's multi-purpose.
I'll tell you what, since this is a book podcast, let me just give a shout out to Paul Schaefer's autobiography. We'll be here for the rest of our lives.
Uh-huh.
It's so good.
Right.
He's had a fascinating life.
Yeah.
Check it out. The audiobook's great too.
Okay. Who reads it?
He does.
No.
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah. He's like, oh, wow. Okay. David, that's great. Paul
Yeah.
Schaefer from the David Letterman show?
I'm assuming that's what the impression
Neither
is.
here nor there.
Yeah. Okay. So.
All
right,
Anything
well-
exciting happen to you? You watch any good movies?
Did I watch any good movies?
You're always so shocked by these questions.
Well, yeah. No.
Just curious.
I didn't. I keep meaning to go see Infinity War for my second time.
Oh, sure. Yep.
And it's not happening.
Yep.
And now Deadpool 2 comes out this weekend, so I'll
Soon.
go see that.
You going to
So-
rewatch Deadpool 1?
No.
Deadpool Uno?
No.
Okay.
I'm hoping Deadpool 2 is good. I think part of me just wants it to be a straight, like,
X-Force type.
X-Force
Yep.
movie with Deadpool being off the side of me being
Yeah.
like, he's funny sometimes.
While we're talking about Marvel movies, rewatched Ant-Man over the weekend.
For
Just
Oh,
my,
okay.
my brother hadn't seen it, and the new one's coming out, and so we just kind of after my son's party, we.
my guess
watched
is
it.
your brother was weird about it.
No, he seemed to like it.
Really?
He seemed to like it.
Okay. He wasn't like, why would he wear a red stripe?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think he just enjoyed it,
Okay.
and it got me into reading Ant-Man comics again. So good
Yeah,
time. But
that's-
now I guess we're
Yeah,
jumping into
That's
bookmark.
the Lord's work there.
So I read what was it?
Nick Spencer.
The new Ant-Man run. There was a volume 1 which was great,
Right.
And then there was another volume 1 that picked up that story and then started a new story. So it's 2 volume 1s. Very confusing.
But you seem to have figured it out.
Yeah, but the initial
Right.
volume 1 was great. I
Right.
loved it, and I haven't really liked anything since. So
Okay.
this is called Ant-Man Small Time Crooks.
Yeah.
We have this right here in the graphic novel section. This is a 3-volume series.
Yeah.
So we have a decent amount of Ant-Man. We have those. We have the loose volume 1 that doesn't go anywhere. And we have Ant-Man season 1.
Right.
So you can check out all those here in the collection. I was reading that Star Trek Voyager book, which I still am, but I took a pause to read The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls.
Yes.
This
Makes
is
sense. They share
Yeah,
a
so
lot of
similar,
similarities.
so similar.
You're like, why am I reading two of the same
Yeah.
things?
This is for our Patron Picks book club, our first nonfiction book club book.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to read it.
Right.
I never would have.
Right.
And I loved it. I just
Oh, you're done.
5-star, loved it.
Wow. My wife says it's crazy.
Oh, it is crazy. It
Yeah.
just follows this woman's childhood, basically, just living with her.
Crazy bohemian parents.
Yeah, just kind of. And there's not a lot of editorializing. She's not like, and this is how it made me feel, or, nothing. It's just like this and this and this and this and this. And it's just, it feels like a novel.
Right.
It's how you have to sort of keep reminding yourself that this actually happened
Right.
to people. And I listened to part of it on the audiobook. And this is weird. There's 2 versions of the audiobook. There's one just read by an actor, and there's one actually read by Jeanette Walls, and that's the one I listened to, and she reads it great. So I was really
Interesting.
impressed with it. Now I have to go and read her other books.
Oh, yeah.
She's got 2 novels. One of them is about her maternal grandmother, and it's written kind of in the style of The Glass Castle, but written
Right.
from the first person as her grandmother.
Okay.
So it's sort of a based on fact
Right.
novel. So I definitely want to read that. She also reads the audiobook. And then she has just a straight up novel too. But I was really impressed with the writing. I don't know what the book club's going to think. I just kind of like rolled off my back, like all the crazy things that were happening.
Right.
It's like oddly relatable to me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if other people are going to
Okay.
get into it. So I'm interested to see how
Now,
it goes tomorrow.
We saw the movie.
Oh, did you?
No, we didn't see the movie. We saw the trailer
Oh,
for it.
okay.
I think when we were out to see War for the Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
Anyways, my wife says she's been reading it and picturing Woody Harrelson as the dad.
Yeah.
And she says it helps a little bit.
That's funny.
So,
See, I didn't picture a Woody Harrelson type at all.
yeah.
He doesn't. The dad's just not a strong character. He's just
Oh, yeah. Well, then, yeah, you can't put Woody Harrelson in that
No,
role.
I know.
He'll steal the picture.
I do want to see the movie, which we
Okay.
have in the collection.
We do have it in
I've
the
got a
collection.
hold on it, so whenever it comes back, it's coming to this guy.
Okay.
I think
Sounds
that's
good.
it for me right now. Ant-Man, Glass Castle, and then I went back to Star Trek Voyager.
Nick Spencer wrote that Ant-Man that you're reading. He's the one that
Okay.
wrote the Superior Foes of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I
that
thought so. There's
that's
lots
so
of
good.
ads for that in the back of the
Is it?
collection. Yeah.
Huh. Well, that series was great. That was more comedy.
There is kind of there's a fun part of it where he has to do a job and he doesn't have like help, and so
Right.
he basically uses an app to hire henchmen, but he wants them to be like good guys, and
Uh-huh.
that hilarity ensues.
Nice.
So that was a strong part,
Yeah.
but overall, I'll read volume 3 because it's a 3-volume series.
Right.
But
Marvel's like D-list villains
Yeah.
always crack me up.
Yeah.
Like Grizzly, the Armadillo.
Oh, yeah.
Just these people that just show up like, this is silly. And
Yeah.
they don't, like, they're never trying to, like, look how dangerous the Armadillo really is. Or it's
Right.
like, it's silly. He's
Yeah.
the Armadillo.
yeah, exactly.
So
Well, what about you? What have you been reading?
I finished Peter David's 2005 X Factor run.
That's what you said last week.
Did I?
I don't
said
know.
I finished it.
We talked about it, and I read your review, so I don't know. But
Oh, I don't think I had
congratulations.
finished it
Okay.
at that point, so I'm done.
Okay.
I mean, I started it in 2005.
Wow.
But it was just one of those
quite
things
the journey.
where I'd be moving around, and some libraries would have a lot, and then they would stop and have one missing. I remember I couldn't get The Invisible Woman Had Vanished down in Florida for like no matter how hard I tried. So finally, with the Marvel Unlimited app, just went right through it.
Magic.
Yeah. And then I finished also not Joss Whedon's, but Astonishing X-Men, that
Started,
whole
yeah.
series.
First 4 volumes by Joss Whedon, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah, that I could take or leave
Okay.
for the most part.
All
But
right.
the whole series, I could probably just leave it because it never gets strong. There's a good Iceman story in there.
I like
if you like
Iceman.
Iceman.
I do.
Yeah. So there's like 4 issues in the last volume dealing with Iceman having too much power. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
He's a powerful character.
I had to read this to finish Astonishing X-Men. I had to read this crossover called X-Men Extermination about all these alternate
X-Men fighting
universes.
Daleks.
No.
Oh.
That might have been slightly more entertaining. The stuff with the
Don't
Age of
count on it.
Apocalypse, which I wish had been good. I hope Marvel never ever revisits the Age of Apocalypse at this point because I loved the series. I thought it was great. It still like has a place in my heart, but every time they've gone back there, it's like, oh boy, the diminishing returns happened real fast
Yeah.
with their returns.
Yeah, if you do say so yourself.
If I do. But I don't.
Yeah, good
I
for
also
you.
read All's Fair in Middle School by Victoria Jemison.
What is this?
This is the same author who did not Stargirl.
Roller Girl.
Roller Girl.
Oh, I remember now.
Yes. So this is her new, new-ish. It came
Roller
out.
Girl was all the rage. I enjoyed Roller Girl.
All's Fair in Middle School is about a homeschool girl whose parents work at a Renaissance fair. Thus, so does she, but she finally gets to go to public middle school. And just her coming of age in middle school.
Schoolers love anything. It's a former homeschool Ren Fair enthusiast.
Well,
so
they don't.
I bet she integrated just right.
No.
Oh,
No.
really?
Yeah, no.
There was problems. Wow.
Yeah,
Unforeseen.
problems from the kids, and she had problems herself.
How did it stack up against Roller Girl?
I don't know. I guess it depends on whether you like roller derbies or Renaissance fairs.
Okay.
So I think they're both fun. Reading,
Now Roller Girl won the Newbery Medal.
Yeah.
Last year.
or it was
Or
nominated.
2 years ago. No, I think it won.
Well, it was good.
Okay.
Yeah, I think reading the All's Fair one, I was like, I wanna go to a Renaissance fair. I want to get in on this.
Do you think it'll have the same kind of legs that Roller Girl had? And to be fair, those legs were attached to wheels, so
That's
it
true.
really moved quickly.
No, I don't think there's been as much demand for this one but that was because of award season. All's Fair was on the
that-
Goodreads.
especially for something geared towards that age, there was a long gap between Roller Girl and
Yeah,
this, at least 2 years.
yeah.
So probably if it
think
would have
so.
come out quickly, it would have.
It's a little longer. I think it's for the older middle school.
Oh, okay. Would you
age.
classify it as YA?
No.
Sorry.
I think it's right below YA.
You're right. You
but
know what?
maybe
It was an honor book, not a medal winner.
I think it was at the top of that middle school
Okay.
age. So, anyways, I liked it. I thought it was good. But I also liked Roller Girl. I don't know which one I would say I liked more.
Okay.
This one, All's Fair, got me a little choked up. So I guess I have some very confusing
softy.
feelings about
The
middle
Renaissance?
school. Middle school.
Homeschooling.
And then I'm about 50% done with, how do I say this?
Trellisane?
Trellisane Confrontation, which is a
Confrontation,
Star Trek novel
Yeah.
by
You first.
David Dvorkin.
Yep.
When did this come out?
Oh, that's 80s.
80s?
Old,
Okay.
yeah.
The writing style reminds me of reading a Timothy Zahn Star Wars book, in that it's...
People love Timothy Zahn Star Wars books.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't say what I was going to say. I was going to compare it to the Thrawn trilogy.
Okay.
And that it's a little bit drier
Okay.
than it needs
I
to
read
be.
this one probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
It's drier than it needs to be, and when writing the characters, they're written in a way that shows the author respects the characters,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe not written in the same way that the characters tend to be portrayed. Like Kirk does not seem very like gung ho at all.
Okay.
He's just very like, I don't know.
Of David Dvorkin's 3 Star Trek books,
Mm-hmm.
Trellisane is probably the one that I would call my least favorite, though I did still enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably give it to Captain's Honor, which is a next-gen book, but
Okay.
Time Trap is also
Yeah.
really strong. So.
Okay.
And folks, if you want to hear more Star Trek, all you have to do is go into the All the Books archives at soundcloud.com/allthebooks.
Yeah.
Look at episode 48, where me, Eric, and a shy young man named Steve, my brother, discuss Star Trek.
Yeah.
So
Mai is
you
his
can
middle
find it.
name.
Yeah. Mhm.
So
Yep.
it's not one of those my apostrophe brother.
Right.
It's Steve, my
Yeah.
brother.
And brother's his last name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a joke or not, but
It's an older name.
I didn't like it. So
Oh, sorry.
That's all right.
German, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Bruder
Sure.
is its original pronunciation.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes.
All right.
Steven
So
mein Bruder.
so you're enjoying it all right.
Yeah, it's fine.
didn't- okay.
I think the thing is, I just
You like your Star Trek on a screen.
I like the Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
And I like Next Gen.
Yeah.
And that's basically what I've seen.
Yeah.
So like reading, I'm not ready for the expanded universe
Okay.
of Star Trek. Like Star Wars, I was like, I've seen the movies, I've played the games. What else have we got?
Yeah.
And then I read something like,
Yeah.
But yeah, with this Star Trek one, I'm like, I'd probably help if I really was into like
Yeah.
the McCoy, Spock, and I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to write Spock because I
that's true.
feel like he's very reserved, and a lot of it would be you need Nimoy's expressions.
Yeah.
And in a book, it's just like Spock looked concerned. I'm like, well, how concerned?
Yeah.
What concern does that look like? He always looks concerned. He's Spock. I think the one who comes across best so far is McCoy because maybe
yeah.
his dialogue is easier. To
Probably
write.
true in Time Trap too.
Just cantankerous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well-meaning at the same
Yeah.
time.
If you're ever going to riff on a Star Trek character, I think McCoy would be the one. Just about any grumpy old thing you can think of would sound right.
Yep. So.
All right. Is that it for you?
Yeah, I'm reading some other stuff.
Okay.
I've
Well,
I've been
please.
having a bunch of stuff that I checked out
Please
that I've
share.
been like trying to cruise through. So
Yeah.
I've got Batman. Oh no, The Dark Knight Returns Master Race.
Oh, yeah.
And
like
also your Batman I Am Bane.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
but it's read by Strong Bad.
Yeah. Right. Right. Like that. There's a Batman. What is it? An audiobook, right?
It's your audiobook.
yeah.
man.
Yeah. And the guy
No
who
Man's Land.
the guy who reads Bane
Yeah.
just sounds exactly like Strong Bad.
Yeah.
And if you don't know who Strong Bad is, do yourself a favor.
Yeah, look him up.
Homestarrunner.com.
So
All right, well, let's dive into some advance notices. You know what? Before we get into that, though, speaking of book and literary news,
wait, did you watch any movies?
just Ant-Man.
What about The Raid 2?
No, I didn't watch The Raid 2.
But I gave you the codes
I know
to
you
watch
did.
The Raid 2.
I know you did. Thank you so much.
You didn't watch it?
No, I didn't.
Nick has gotten into
Haven't seen the Raid
digital.
one.
I don't think you need to.
I don't know that I've gotten into
What? Just digital copies.
digital
of
copies.
movies,
Yeah, I always used to just throw them away, and now I just,
yeah.
add them to my little
Yeah.
account.
So
and
Nick's asked me anytime I get digital copies
if you don't want them,
to give them, and I don't do that.
just gonna throw them in the garbage.
So yeah, I've been sending him the
Send
digital
them my way. Thank you so
expired
much.
digital copies too that have been
Yeah,
working
sometimes
anyways.
they work. Sometimes
so
they don't.
Gave him a couple
It's
numbers.
super easy. I mean, if
Yeah.
anybody out there is still buying discs
Yeah.
and you get that digital copy,
Yeah.
it's probably worth going on the website.
I
adding
gave
them.
him. I've been giving him some numbers without telling him the movies. So
the
now
movie,
he's
the
proud
Movies
owner of The
Anywhere
Raid
app
2.
is nice because you
Yeah.
can combine all different
Right.
digital copy things into one
Okay.
setting. So
Yeah.
anyway,
I tried to give you a copy of 50 Shades Freed.
yes,
but it
what
didn't
a,
work.
What a funny joke that would have been. But
that
did
would have
not.
been great. I kept waiting. I'm like, now
It
you own it
wasn't
forever.
It wasn't to be.
So, but how was that movie in general?
50 Shades Freed.
Yeah.
Yeah, haven't seen it.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, it's we just bought it for our collection.
I think they're still coming out. I think there's still a third from his perspective book that author's putting out.
There was a second one.
Yes, there was. Yeah.
Gray.
Darker, I think, is the second one.
Oh, and then the next one is just Freed.
Probably Freed, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we just got that and Black Panther.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh, cool.
that the February movies,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah. Okay.
have started to come in our
Nice.
DVD collection.
Nice.
Also, we just got a Bill Pullman movie.
Yeah.
'Cause Bill Pullman's huge
Hometown
here.
hero, local guy. Yeah.
So a Western.
I met him once at Alfred University. He was very polite.
yeah.
Signed
Really?
my copy of While You Were Sleeping.
Huh.
I would have taken Spaceballs, but my wife loves While You Were Sleeping.
Right.
And Bill Pullman's not on the cover of the Spaceballs DVD, so
Oh, no.
it's the whole thing.
Yeah. I would have... Independence Day would have been mine.
Yep.
What about the back half of A League of Their Own?
I've never seen A League of Their Own.
Jeez Louise.
I know. Or Newsies. I guess you could have him sign Newsies.
Was he in Newsies?
Yeah, he's Denton. He's a reporter.
Hold on. I never finished Newsies.
It's long.
Okay.
Christian Bale's in it. He does a lot of dance fighting.
Yeah.
A young Christian Bale.
I guess I can't believe you've never watched League of Their Own.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
so
know how it's
funny.
happened.
It's
I
Tom
know,
Hanks.
I know.
It's
We-
not Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is in it. It's
He's
a lot
in
of very funny
Madonna.
women.
Madonna was it Madonna, Gina Davis, and Rosie O'Donnell? Is that right?
And a few other people.
And a few others.
Yeah, I can't remember who plays Gina Davis's sister.
Okay.
Can't remember the actress.
Well, this
It's
is
just really funny.
the conclusion of our League of Their Own spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch it. I'll try to watch it before next episode.
Okay.
I'll let you know what I
Yeah.
think. What I was going to say before you interrupted me was I wanted to offer my congratulations to the Monday Club. The Monday Club, a group that's been active for 125 years. This is their 125th year. And the original makeup of that group is the one who led to the founding of the David A. Howe Public Library. So,
That's us.
thank you very much, Monday Club, and congratulations on 125 years continuing to meet and continuing to do good things for the community. So, well done.
Yeah.
The tea party was great today. It was a really good tea, really good cake, and a lot of people showed up. A lot of people from out of town who've been past members of the Monday Club, and we had some memorabilia out on display, some of the earliest, like 1893 minutes and that sort of thing. So it was a pretty neat historical display. So anyway, congratulations to the Monday Club.
Congratulations.
Yes. Now let's take a look at some...
Well, I had some sad news for you.
oh, okay.
I don't know if you know this. Margaret Kidder?
Margot Kidder,
Margot Kidder
the movie's Lois Lane.
has passed away
Oh, she has.
today.
Oh, that's wow.
69 years old.
That's too bad.
Gone.
Yeah, she was in all four. She's
Yeah,
only,
all four Superman.
She only cameos in number 3 because there's a little bit of a war going on with the producers. So she's in it for just a second, and she recurred on Smallville as well.
Oh, yeah?
So yep,
Oh,
big name in the Superman mythos.
yes.
Well, thanks for letting me know.
Sorry, man. I didn't know if you knew. It was on Facebook.
I didn't. No, I hadn't heard.
So,
Let's look at some advance notices.
wow, you are unaffected
From-
you're just moving around. Either you don't care or you
The show must go
care
on.
so much that
Yeah.
you're just fighting through all these
Yeah,
feelings.
I've gone
I
dead.
thought-
I've gone dead inside.
Okay.
New from Ann Tyler. So
Murderer.
no, you got to stop.
Okay. All right. I was going to start trying to figure out which authors are
Yeah,
murderers
yeah.
and which aren't.
It's not Ann Tyler.
Okay.
Ann Tyler, beloved author, Ann Tyler. She
Sure.
was one of the very first book
Murderer of
clubs.
Sales.
Yes, you're right. Our very first contemporary classics book club was an Ann Tyler book, The Beginner's Goodbye, and then last year I think we did Patchwork Planet. So a lot of love for Ann Tyler here in this library. She's always a popular favorite. So I'm sure folks will be delighted to hear that by July her new book will be out, and it is called Clock Dance by Ann Tyler.
Okay.
Willa Drake can count on one hand the defining moments of her life. When she was 11 and her mother disappeared, being proposed to at 21, the accident that would make her a widow at 41. At each of these moments, Willa ended up on a path laid out for her by others. So when she receives a phone call telling her that her son's ex-girlfriend has been shot and needs her help, she drops everything and flies across the country. The spur-of-the-moment decision to look after this woman and her 9-year-old daughter and her dog will lead Willa into uncharted territory surrounded by new and surprising neighbors. She is plunged into the rituals that make a community and takes pleasure in the most unexpected things. A bittersweet novel of hope and regret, fulfillment and renewal, Clock Dance brings us the everyday life of a woman who decides it's never too late to change direction and choose your own path. Says Leanne Moriarty, author of Big Little Lies. She is and always will be my favorite author. So high praise from Leanne Moriarty.
It's high praise.
Speak of the devil, new
Huh?
from Timothy Zahn.
Oh, I thought you meant Nicolas Cage.
We have a sequel to Thrawn, which came out last year. The new one is called Alliances. Grand Admiral Thrawn and Darth Vader ally against a threat to the Empire in this new novel from best-selling author Timothy Zahn. I did not like Thrawn.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed in it.
Yeah.
But him teaming up with Darth Vader is kind of intriguing to me.
Okay.
So I was ready to say that there's no way I'm going to read this because that other one was
Yeah.
so boring.
Yeah.
But the problem with the other one
Uh-huh.
is that really there's no other Star Wars characters in it, and so Thrawn always is kind of like set alone.
Mm-hmm.
So by bringing him into the canon, I thought they were going to kind of like say, here's how he fits in with these other characters, and they didn't. And it kind of ends with like, this is Darth Vader. Spoiler alert, I guess. And this one, they're going to be teaming up. It's
What
a
are
buddy
you
cop
gonna do
movie.
when you find out that
Going on the road.
Thrawn and Vader are the same person?
Yeah. Confusing.
Yeah.
I might read this. We'll see. We'll see if I break down and
Okay.
read it. It's been a while since I've read a Star Wars thing that I've liked.
Oh, that you've liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're a
don't
little
know.
cranky pants.
Am I?
Yeah.
You,
Star
you
Wars.
kind of stopped reading Star Wars.
I read some last year.
Well, I know last year.
Well, for the movie.
Yeah. There's a new movie coming out.
No, I'm not
10
reading anything for the Solo movie.
10 days from now.
Oh my word.
I read Last Shot.
That's true.
And I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Have we ordered the YA novel that's coming out? Okay. Just wondering.
Maybe.
Didn't mean to put you on the spot.
It's a YA Han
boy.
Solo movie?
Well, yeah. I guess I liked the Poe Dameron series. Okay.
YA Solo. Solo
no.
Star Wars.
No, I've been on a kick of not liking Star Wars
Yeah.
books.
Sorry,
I'm
man. I've been liking the comics.
Have you been reading the comics?
I've been reading Dr.
You've gotten
Aphra
away
now.
from them. Okay.
I have to wait because the app.
Oh, the 6-month delay.
Yeah. Hey,
That's right.
what's this book called?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh boy.
Okay, and finally, in our advance notices, we have a large print title from Kay Hooper coming out. Hold Back the Dark. This is her Bishop/Special Crimes Unit, book number 18. So if you're a fan of this series, you probably already know about this. If you're not, this comes out in July, and you got 17 books to read before this comes out. So
Yeah. Get going.
be careful. Actually, we'll have this in large print in June, so even less time. An SCU team investigates an inexplicable string of murders committed by men and women with no memory of their crimes in the latest in this New York Times best-selling series. No memory, they say.
Yeah. They need the Memory Man.
They do.
Yeah.
David Baldacci's.
YA
David Baldacci's Memory Man, everyone.
Star Wars.
You don't have to do this right now. In fact, I'm begging you not to do this.
Billy Bob Thornton has a show on Amazon.
There's too many shows. I know that makes me sound like an old man, but there's
yeah.
too many shows.
Yeah. It's not you. It's the kids who are wrong.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's a Simpsons reference.
Hit us with the New York Times bestseller list.
All right. What Nick hasn't told you guys is that I named my baseball bat the New York Times bestsellers list.
Okay.
So now I'm just gonna hit Nick with the baseball bat. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not. This is stupid.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be funny or not.
Look, I don't know. I
but
did
Most
it.
Wanted. Most Wanted by Ray Carson is the Star Wars book that you're looking for.
Oh, that's
I
funny.
did the Jedi mind trick, everyone, but you couldn't see it.
Yeah, it didn't work.
That doesn't mean you shouldn't tell us what's on the New York Times
All right.
bestseller
Oh yeah,
list.
Star Wars Most Wanted.
You definitely
I don't know
should
if I
tell
ordered
us.
this one.
All right, hit it. New York Times bestseller
Okay.
list.
For the hardcover adult fiction.
Yes.
Because both nonfiction and the YA has not changed. They have not changed in many a weeks. So I don't know what we're waiting for.
Okay.
Something big.
Yeah.
A new expose book or a new
Wow.
book about current gifts, I guess.
You hear this last, Matt?
So number 10 on this hardcover list for fiction, you have The Hellfire Club by Jake Taper. This is not to do with the X-Men Hellfire Club,
This
but
stars-
I think a lot of people don't think that.
Kevin Bacon
Yeah, no.
as Sebastian Shaw.
Yep. January Jones.
Kevin Bacon as January Jones?
Yeah, Kevin Bacon
Weird.
will be playing January Jones
That is
in
a
The Hellfire
weird
Club.
choice.
Um,
All right, number 9.
they got him playing Donald Pierce of all characters too.
Strange.
So why would you cast January Jones as Donald Pierce?
Really confusing.
2 weeks on the list. Charlie Motter, a World War II veteran and a likely congressman, is he? Gets entangled in a dangerous series of events in 1950s DC. This is tied with number 9, which is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng.
Was that the other one? Was that the Jake Tapper book?
The Hellfire Club?
No, after that.
Little Fires Everywhere?
Oh, I thought there was one in between. All right, I'm with you now.
10 and 9.
All right, 10 and 9. 8.
10 and 9 are tied.
Okay, what's 8?
8, Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. South Carolina lawyer learns about the questionable practices of a Tennessee orphanage. Turns out the Soylent Green is people at the orphanage.
Wow.
But they also have a great, exit quota. So, number 7, it would also help the budget.
Yeah, probably.
What are the orphans eating?
Right.
Soylent Green.
Ugh, too dark.
Okay, I guess. Number 7, Adjustment Day by Chuck Palahniuk. Nope, Palahniuk.
Oh, yeah. I know who you mean.
Really?
Yeah.
How would you say his last name?
I wouldn't.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. You
Now,
just call him Chuck.
this is the one with Matt Damon where he wears fedoras.
What?
Oh, that's the Adjustment Bureau. Sorry.
Ah, okay.
Thanks for just... yeah, I just put that set up there, and you were like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And it just plopped right on the ground.
I couldn't think of a movie where he wears fedoras.
It's the Adjustment Bureau with him and Emily Blunt.
Oh, the hat, the fedora.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not an entertaining movie.
Yeah, neither is this conversation.
I watched that on an airplane.
Two things in common.
I think I watched that on a outgoing flight, and
Yeah.
then we watched The Informant on the incoming flight.
That's the one that Barack Obama razzed him on.
Yeah.
Matt Damon said he wasn't too happy with his performance. And
Yeah.
Barack Obama was like, well, I just saw the Adjustment Bureau right back at you.
Yeah,
It's pretty solid. Pretty solid burn.
yeah. Hey, can you, I guess, back away from your mic a little bit?
Oh, my gosh.
Or not. No,
No.
you're fine.
No,
Never
no.
mind.
Yeah.
No, let's
What else we got?
do you do what you want
I'm
to
going
do.
to stab you with a letter opener if you don't tell me what number 7 is.
It's the Adjustment Day.
All right, number 6 then.
Young men take on geriatric politicians who are What did you just do? Pushing toward the country toward a third world war. Huh. Adjustment Day.
Huh.
Number 6, The Forgotten Road. Oh, this is Richard Paul Evans.
Oh, is it about Christmas?
It's May. So, all right, the second
Confusing.
book in the Christmas in May series. What?
Whoa!
In the Broken Road series, after surviving a plane crash, a man decides to walk the length of Route 66.
Okay.
He's walking it?
Wow.
Yeah, and just like Superman did in that
Yeah,
Superman goes
grounded.
for a walk.
Superman grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, remember how good that was at the end? He went for a walk and then he stopped?
Well, it start good.
It's unlike that sentence. Nothing.
Okay.
Nick wasn't aware that he said it's start good.
Oh,
So we're
yeah.
just going to keep moving on.
It started good.
There we go. Number 5, The Perfect Mother, Ami Malloy. I'm missing. Oh, Happy Mother's Day.
Oh, yeah.
So, do anything fun?
For Mother's Day?
Yeah.
Well, we tried to go to Cracker Barrel, but the line was around the building.
Sure.
So we
Moms
went to Denny's.
love Cracker Barrel. Oh,
that
yeah.
was fun. And then we went to Charcoal Corral over in Perry.
Yeah.
Pretty good times.
How was your Denny's?
Good.
Did you have any Star Wars themed
I
pancakes?
had Han Solo themed pancakes.
Nice.
They come with Pop Rocks that you're supposed to put on.
I don't
top.
understand that.
I didn't put the Pop Rocks on.
Okay.
I'm not that
All right.
brave, I guess.
All right. A missing baby unnerves a group of new mothers who meet in a Prospect Park twice a week. So that's The Perfect Mother. New this week. Also new this week, The Mars Room by Rachel Kushner. It's not what you think. It's just a bunch of people eating Mars bars
Oh,
and having a
delicious.
meeting. It's set in the 50s, though, so they're kind of sexist, but it's mainly about the Mars bars, I
Yeah,
believe.
sure.
A woman is separated from her son when she begins 2 consecutive life sentences in a California correctional facility.
Wow.
Well, that's different than both what I thought
different.
that-
Yeah. It's not candy related
The
at
Mars
all.
Rooms.
Yep.
Number 3, Twisted Prey by John Sanford. Number 2, The Fallen by David Baldacci. And number 1, it is a Memory Man. Yes. Number 1 is new this week. It's James Patterson and Maxine Pietro. It's the 17th Suspect.
Oh, boy.
The latest installment in the Woman's Murder Club series.
Man.
Detective Lindsay Boxer searches for a killer, get this, in San Francisco.
Whoa.
Yeah. I left my heart in San Francisco, and then it was murdered
Oh, my gosh.
by whoever they're looking for.
I don't get it. I understand that John Sanford, David Baldacci, and these Women's Murder Club, Maxine Pietro books are our top circulating books
Correct.
here at the David A. Howe, but I don't understand why, because I don't like any of them.
Oh, snap. Calm
I
down.
guess the Sanford one, if you don't mind, like Grizzle, I
Grizzle?
get it. You know, they're grizzly.
Okay.
But the Maxine Pietro stuff and Baldacci, I don't get it. We'll keep buying them
Yeah.
for you kind folks, but
yeah.
Nick doesn't get it.
But they're like our most popular
That's what I led with, yeah.
series.
Absolutely.
So, but you're always go against the curve. Oh, this
Do
is a YA book, this Han Solo book.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
I thought it was like a Juve
Boy.
book.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy.
Was that it? Is that the whole bestseller list?
Yeah, number 1 was the 17th Suspect.
Pretty
So
exciting.
it's not just us whose patrons love it. Everybody loves it.
It's the
I
world.
guess. Yeah.
It is the
So,
world.
It's his most popular thing, period? Patterson? Or would
probably.
you still say, not Alex Cross? What's his thing?
No, Alex Cross is his thing, but I would maybe give it to Women's Murder Club
Wow.
as the most popular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good for that series then.
I think
Is
so.
it like the one about the people who solve mysteries in Africa?
Number One Ladies Detective
Yes.
Agency by Alexander McCall Smith?
Yes.
No, the Women's Murder Club is like there's a they're all women.
Uh-huh.
So there's like a judge and a homicide detective and a forensic, like a medical examiner. And they're, like the Women's Murder Club.
Yeah.
It's not that it's a bad concept. It's just they're so poorly written.
Snap.
But, who am I to talk? Because I like NYPD Red, and those are terribly written. So
Yeah.
I guess it's just something that the people have tapped into. But anyway, let the music play.
Lonely Hearts Book Club with Nick and Eric.
That lovely song that you just heard is a good indicator that it's time. Don't stop. Eric's trying to peek at the Lonely Hearts Book Club.
Sorry.
Anyway, how this works for new listeners, and if you're new, you got 142 episodes prior to this, so pause this. No, you don't have to. You can keep listening. We run a report, and we see some of the things that haven't gotten much attention.
Yeah.
We've got a great collection of books in the stacks. Some are real bad. Some have been here forever.
Yeah.
Some are new, but still bad.
Yeah.
And some are right in the middle. And in that weird place falls My Father's Fighter
Why does the guy on the back look like Clint Eastwood?
by Ronald K. Fried. Clint Eastwood, do you think?
I don't know. Turn it around again. Yeah.
He looks very confused. So let's talk back cover. The
Okay.
back cover has some blurbs.
Yeah.
Half of it is red with blurbs on it. The other half is a man sort of looking off into the distance like he's in a parking lot and can't find where his car is, or he tried to mount a horse and then lost his balance and the horse ran away and now he's in the middle of a field.
He looks like Andrew Garfield if his father was Clint Eastwood.
He looks like Anthony Perkins in the middle of Psycho.
Huh.
So I don't know. Say what you want about Ronald K. Fried, but Publishers Weekly said that his clever, well-developed characters helped make this book a literary knockout.
Yeah.
So the book is called My Father's Fighter.
Okay.
Let's describe the cover, won't you?
All right. It's a boxing ring.
Got the corner of a boxing ring in black and white.
Yes.
A little hazy.
Looks like Raging Bull without De Niro.
Yeah, De Niro was not in Raging Bull.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. We got a red font, and we got an empty boxing ring. So
Yep.
something tells me
This book.
this is going to be about the sweet science. So let's see what's inside.
The Sweet Science.
Here is here's here's the blurb. Are you
Okay,
ready?
yeah.
You're about to get blurbed.
Blurb it to
just
me.
Be careful. It is the willful destruction of neurological matter for the entertainment of many and the profit of a few. It is the rich exploiting the poor. It is the sacrifice of human flesh. Yet, it has its appeal. This is the often degrading, sometimes exhilarating world of boxing, where questions of race, class, violence, and sexuality linger in the air. In My Father's Fighter, Vincent Rosen, a 35-year-old Manhattan English teacher, inherits the management of a prize fighter from his father Sully, a prosperous garment district wheeler dealer. The fighter is Mickey Davis, a white, light-weighted, heavy contender with a doomed air, a reputation for dirty fighting, and more neuroses and sexual obsessions than Vincent's privileged adolescent students. With his Ivy League education, inherited wealth, and bookish nature, Vincent definitely does not share his father's passion for boxing, yet he is slowly seduced by the fight world. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Ritzy guy.
Uh-huh.
Dad dies.
Yeah.
In the will,
Yeah.
he's willed a sluggish Rocky type.
Yeah. He willed him a person.
He willed him a person.
Right.
Vincent must soon do business with Mickey's trainer, Harry Gainsworth, an alligator. He's not an alligator.
Oh,
I
that'd
just
be
assumed if
fun.
you were listening. It's Wally Gator.
That
It's this-
okay.
it's
I'm
this
in
man.
now. I'm super in.
I needed something to pull you back.
Can we just cast this as Hanna-Barbera characters?
Yeah,
Who
sure.
would be playing the spunky guy?
The fighter?
Yeah, it's gonna be one of the. What's the doggy
boy.
do? Doggy. What's Uggy Duggy?
Oh, Augie Doggy? Yeah, it could be Augie
Who's the
Doggy.
kid?
Oh, it's Augie Doggy and Doggy Daddy.
All right, Doggy Daddy died.
Oh.
gave
Augie Doggy.
Augie Doggy the boxing ring.
Okay. All right. And the
Definitely.
boxer is Quick Draw McGraw?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like a quick draw who's like near the end. Like
Yeah.
his days of El Caban
Over the hill.
done.
Over the hill.
Yeah, his guitar has not been picked up in years.
Where were we?
Okay.
Vincent, who we're saying is Augie Doggy, must soon do business with Mickey, who we're saying is...
Wally Gator.
No, Mickey's the fighter.
Oh, Mickey's the
So
fighter.
he's
So
got
that's
a
El
Quick Draw
Caban.
McGraw.
Yeah.
Harry Gainsworth, who we're saying is the Gator. Wally
Right.
Gator.
Wally Gator
An
is the trainer.
autodidactic former fighter with theories on everything from black-white relations to why fight managers are no better than pimps. Lurking in the background are Solly Rosen's loquacious ex-con bookies. And Solly's attorney, a cherubic charmer who always has a table at the best mob joint in town. Vincent's sexy, droll doctor wife, Elizabeth. Sexy, droll doctor wife.
Yeah. Penelope Pitstop?
Yeah, perfect. That is perfect. The beautiful daughter of a Park Avenue building superintendent, Dick Dastardly,
Sure.
quickly comes to see her husband's encounter with the fight world as a crucible that will determine their future. My Father's Fighter is a comic tale. I did not pick that up. I did not pick that up
Even with the Hanna-Barbera
from
characters,
anything I read.
somehow the Hanna-Barbera characters made it darker.
Made it more serious, absolutely. My Father's Fighter is a comic tale that moves from the privileged streets of the Upper East Side and the masculine milieu of boxing gyms to the high roller casinos and down-and-out bars of Las Vegas, where Vincent Rosen is left to contemplate the ways he is both like and unlike his unlucky fighter.
Okay. Top Cat is definitely one of those the people they
The
were
mobsters.
talking. The mobsters.
The mobsters.
Yeah,
Top
Top
Cat is
Cat's
a
over
mobster.
there.
Okay.
Probably Magilla Gorilla is somebody's muscle.
I think so.
So just
Yeah.
walking around fixing things, if you will.
Yep.
And
What about Grape Ape?
Grave Ape? I'm not sure.
Okay.
And Huckleberry Finn has to be in there somehow.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause he's pretty important.
You
to
mean
that.
Huckleberry Hound, but I'm right with you.
Right. I mean
Yeah.
Huckleberry Hound.
Not the classic Mark Twain character.
Huck Finn
Yeah.
is in there convincing. No, that's Tom Sawyer.
It can't
now.
be because there's not nearly enough racism in here for it to be.
Well, you don't know. You haven't read
That's
it yet.
true. You're right. All right, chapter 1.
This is a comic tale.
It's a comic
we're being
tale.
Told.
A
Funnier
comic-
than the Hanna-Barbera version could be.
Comic tale.
All right.
Again, for those of you just joining us,
Yeah.
My Father's Fighter, a novel by Ronald K. Fried.
Yeah.
1. Mickey Davis's left hand soaks in an ice-filled aluminum champagne
You have
bucket
to read it as Wally Gator.
with an orange label on its front. He sits on the floor against a wall in the corner of an unlit and unfurnished room in the shadows of a sunny April afternoon. We're in downtown Brooklyn, 2 flights above a gym and an attic space that, according to a hand-printed sign on the half-opened door beside me, is a private dressing room. Mickey wears 2 ancient sweatshirts, a stained red one with its sleeves cut off top, and even older frayed gray one. Classic.
So this is
The classic.
Augie Doggy.
Yeah, Augie Doggy.
Okay.
The layers of thick cotton make Mickey's chest and shoulders seem monumental. His legs are extended in front of him on the floor, and an olive green army blanket covers his lower body. A space heater is beside him no more than 3 feet away, though the room, like the gym below it, is overheated and smells of stale sweat.
Ugh.
Mickey is shrouded in a mood of exhaustion, silence, and complaint. A clean white towel hangs over the sides of Mickey's head like an Arab headdress. From where I stand at the... Is it okay to say Arab headdress?
I don't know. I guess if it's coming from Augie Doggy,
Yeah, if it's
maybe.
you could sell it. From where I stand at the entrance to the room, I can't see the often photographed bruised face, though through the towel comes a voice that is familiar from TV, from the interview that followed the only fight of his I've ever seen. I'm cold, he says.
Was
How do
that
you
your
feel?
Augie Doggy impression
No,
at the end?
just
The I'm cold.
Augie Doggy would be like, "I'm cold." It's like a high pitch.
Yeah.
And Doggy Daddy's like, "Come on, little buddy," you know.
I thought he was more raspy.
Yeah, but like, "Come on, little."
There we go. Yeah, that's
You
Augie
think
Doggy.
you like
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Let's go get an ice cream cone.
Yeah.
like that.
Do you think Peter Potamus owns the ring? And
Yeah, I
like,
do.
And so like
He sits in the box.
He comes by for rent and everything.
I think he does.
Talks about how dreadful boxing is as a sport, but he can't get enough of it.
How do you feel about this?
It's fine.
Anything pulling you in?
It's fine so far. It's not bad.
I one thing that intrigues me
It's
is
the
that
Hanna-Barbera
it
connection.
starts with their first meeting,
Uh-huh.
which is an interesting. I guess I expected it to have already happened.
Oh,
I expected it to either like
you thought he already inherited. You
Yeah.
thought the realization that he inherited and meeting the guy was going to be skipped over.
I sort of thought that we'd be like right into the thick of
No.
it, or
Uh-huh.
or that we'd get a chapter maybe with Dad still around.
Oh.
So for it to just start right in with him walking in the room
Yeah.
and the 2 characters meeting,
I guess
think
I
that's kind of
expected a
good-
phone call being like, "Time for the will.
Yeah.
You get this person.
Yeah.
Your dad apparently
So
owned a person
an-
legally."
It's an interesting choice to start there.
Yeah.
It's a good point in the story to jump
Yeah.
in. The present tense writing is interesting. First person is interesting. I don't know. It could work.
Yeah.
Have you read any like boxing?
Have I read any boxing
Any
books?
boxing
I read
novels?
The Boxer and the Spy.
Robert B. Parker.
Robert B. Parker.
Yes.
It's a YA book written for adults. It was fine, but no, I haven't really read any boxing
Okay.
books.
There was one. I'm trying to remember the title of it because it was one of those. Do you know the hard case crime imprint?
No.
We see those all the time. They come through and they find
Then yes.
the purpose of those is to find authors who maybe publish some things not under their own name or unpublished books by well-known authors, and they kind of pull them back, and these have kind of a vintage feel.
Right.
The one that I read was part of that. I think it was called Casino
Royale?
Moon.
Oh,
Casino
darn.
Moon by Peter Blauner, and that was really good. That was kind of a similar story, I think. So I would recommend Casino Moon if anybody's interested in an old 50s style boxing.
I haven't even seen a lot of boxing movies.
Yeah.
I would have seen Rocky,
Yeah.
Creed,
Yeah.
The Fighter, and Real Steel.
Yeah. I've
That's
seen
about it.
Grudge Match too.
Oh, there you
If
go.
you want to count Grudge Match.
Was it funny?
Yeah, it was probably worth watching.
All right.
I haven't seen Raging Bull.
Oh, I have seen Raging Bull, so
Good.
I can count that. It's fine.
Oh.
I mean, it's considered one of the greatest movies of all time.
Sure.
But it's not one of my favorite Scorsese
Okay.
films. It's more of a character piece than like look at what kind of like a loser this guy is who
Okay.
made it big and then blew it all.
Do you like Rocky?
The first one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love Rocky.
Yeah.
The series gets weird.
Mm-hmm.
I think Balboa is a good, like Rocky Balboa kind of gets it back.
Mm-hmm.
Creed's very good.
Yeah.
And there's one in there, I can't remember which one, but there's one where he's kind of like cocky. Like I guess maybe it's Rocky 3.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Rocky 4?
Rocky 4, is that Dolph Lundgren?
No. Yes.
Yeah. No,
like
I don't like I don't like 4 or 5.
Okay.
Probably 1, 2, and 3
Two-
are okay.
All right. 2 was kind of.
I love 1.
All right.
I love 1. 2 is weird. I don't think people like 3, but I did like 3.
Okay.
With Clubber.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Anyway, back to
That's been our spotlight on the Rocky films.
That's my bet.
Oh.
That's trademarked.
Okay.
So please don't do that.
How about the Rambo films?
I haven't seen them.
You'd like the first one.
Really?
Yeah.
Aren't they like super violent?
The first one, yes, but the first one is a bit more serious than I think the Rambo reputation. It kind of deals. It is an action movie, but it's also dealing with like the PTSD and of veterans from the Vietnam War.
Okay.
And how society just kind of like was like, we're not going to deal with this, and then Rambo's like, yes, you are.
I loved Tango and Cash when I was like in high school. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. They play Tango and Cash.
Okay.
Terry Hatcher's in it.
Right.
She's one of their sisters.
Okay.
I loved it back in the day. Who
Okay.
knows if it's still good?
I don't know.
All right. Let me give you a little more.
Okay.
Though Mickey is from Pittsburgh, his accent, now that I hear it in person, is surprisingly Southern, and I wonder if he doesn't exaggerate its twang to sound somehow tougher.
I can't tell the book from you actually just having a conversation with me right now.
That's a compliment to my reading, so thank you. Thank you. Acting. And my groin hurts. All right, guess if that's me or the book.
I'm gonna say it's the book because you're not doing what you normally do when that's happening, which is just screaming,
Yeah.
"My groin hurts!"
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Trick question, though. It's a little of both.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm fine. I'm fine, folks.
This was some real
Mi-
drama.
Back to Mickey's hurting groin. He takes the towel from his head and places it neatly on the floor.
Huh?
With his crushed nose and puffy, scarred brow, Mickey looks almost too much like a fighter. He's the young tough with a painful past who will die a hero or die a lout. Either way, as those of us who have seen movies like this immediately know, the kid is doomed. I don't like when they reference like media and things. I don't like when they're like, when books are like, this is like something out of a book. So
Okay, well, there's a lot of that you won't like
you think?
in life.
Yeah.
Lots of movies and things are like, this is just like a movie.
Yeah.
This isn't like the movies, bro.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Okay.
So even him being like, he's basically being like, like Rocky. He's like Rocky.
Sure.
He looks like Rocky.
Yeah.
Only like trying to do it in a clever way. I was find
Yeah.
that irritating.
All right.
You feel anything?
What?
Either way, as those of us who have seen movies
Were
like
you
this
asking that, or was that the
immediately
book?
know the kid is doomed.
Right.
Mickey removes the blanket from his lower body, and I see that 4 plastic bags are tied to his groin and hips by what look like multicolored belts from terry cloth bathrobes.
A lot of groin-related
A
dialogue.
lot of
happening here,
groin related, exactly.
yeah. You say grinding?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. The layers of rag-like clothing and the grocery bags bring to mind a homeless schizoid, I don't know, a holy man following his own private religion. What's in the bags, I ask?
Ice.
Ice.
Yeah.
Mickey lifts his left hand from the bucket on his side and holds up an enormous, frozen, reddish fist. He dries off his hand with the towel he's worn over his head and again lays it flat on the floor with the solemnity of a worshiper caring for his prayer rug. Little bit of purple prose here in Mr. Freed's books. Mr. Fried? What do you think?
Fried.
Fried. Straight up fried.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like fried K
Yep.
chicken.
All right, let's go into the book a little bit and let's see if things pick up.
Pick
All
up
right.
for who?
Why don't you take it?
What, really?
Go to chapter 9.
Did you plan this?
No, I just grabbed it randomly.
All right. It is 3:30 in the afternoon as I sit on the downtown number 6 train headed for the weigh-in for what I am beginning to think of as the big fight. Harry has assured me that the outcome of tomorrow night's bout is not in question. Mickey will win. My only question are how the fight will end and whether Mickey will win in an impressive but not too intimidating fashion, thus ensuring himself a match with his once and likely future conqueror, Nightstick Johnson.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop and find out why you handed me
No,
this book.
I just
Like,
opened a
I'm
random
waiting
section.
for his like.
There's
And
no-
if you thought my groin hurt before,
There's no-
Let me
there's
describe
no
what's
bit.
going on now.
There's no bit.
Okay.
But, you holding the book like that is just giving me another look of the author on the back. It's creepy.
Yeah.
He looks like the husband from a Lifetime movie.
Michael Keaton. Now that he's up close.
No, he doesn't look like Michael Keaton. He looks like he has a promising political career that's about to take off, and then he accidentally kills his mistress.
That's not Michael Keaton to you?
No.
Okay, maybe it's this part. Michael Keaton.
No,
Michael
he
Keaton.
looks scary.
Okay.
I don't see it at all.
All right. Imagine him saying it's showtime
I don't see it at
and
all.
then reading this book to you
No,
with a slight mania.
like with Beetlejuice.
Okay. Okay.
Go on.
Is somebody gonna
This
pop
is not
out?
a trick. This is
Okay,
weird.
It's scary.
I just wanted to hear some of it.
There are no more fixed fights like they have in the old movies. At least that I
Is
know
that
of.
true?
Yeah.
Jeez.
At least that I know of, Harry told me yesterday in the gym. But what's a fixed fight? It's when everyone knows who's going to win. So if you get a name fighter like Mickey and you put him on a cheap cable TV against a guy who can't fight, or a guy like we're fighting who can't fight no more, everyone knows who's going to win. Mickey, the fellow who's making more money. You don't take no risk for short money. But it ain't a fixed fight because Vasquez is going to try, but can't do it because he's old and he's shot. Yeah. And then
I
it's-
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then it says, wow, you just incepted me, just like in that movie Inception.
Whoa. And this book predates that.
Yeah, that's the real Inception.
That is. I don't know. I was kind of intrigued in the beginning, but
Just because of that one line, like how it's like
Well,
not in the movies.
that's two.
Yeah,
And that's just random. So it's
Yeah.
probably every chapter is like,
Yeah.
oh no.
yeah. Back to X Factor.
Yes.
The very first volume of X Factor would actually be a 5-issue miniseries that Peter David wrote about Multiple Man. And throughout the whole series, Multiple Man, Jamie Madrox is going around talking about how noir everything is. And it's just, that was annoying because Peter David's trying to write a noir style story, but you also have Madrox going around telling us how everything is noir. He's like, whoa, it doesn't get much more
Okay.
noir than that. And I feel like that's how you feel. How I felt about that is how you feel about this book referencing movies. Because it's like, yes, I get it. Noir is a genre. It's a genre that you're writing.
Right.
You don't have this. These are genre tropes.
Yeah. It's annoying.
So,
I don't know. I think I'm going to put this in a no thank you
Oh.
situation.
All right.
The book came out it was added to our collection in 2004. It did have one checkout shortly after it was added. Original cover price, $24.
wow. That is a small book, though. You
It
could have
is.
that done in an afternoon.
Yeah, that's about 190.
You could
pages, I think.
Robopocalypse that.
You could.
Robopocalypse, because I read Robopocalypse in a day.
Okay.
You need to have that knowledge before you understand
Yeah, that
it,
would
before
help.
You could Robopocalypse
Yeah.
that.
Referencing your own history could be
Yeah.
a little.
With
So it has a few ratings on Goodreads,
Uh-huh.
kind of middle of the road.
What's the
3s,
star
some
rating?
4s. The average star rating
Yeah.
is 3.3.
ooh, that's not encouraging.
Yeah. Ronald K. Freed has 3 other books, according to Goodreads. He has a nonfiction book on boxing trainers, which came out in the 90s. Cornermen, great boxing trainers. And then he has one called Christmas in Paris 2002, which is about network television post 9/11, a novel. Those reviews are not kind. So,
Maybe he's not great. I'll tell you what, though.
yeah.
The sparseness of the cover and the shortness of the book intrigues me more. Like, I'd pick it up. I'd be more likely to read this book because of how undemanding the cover is and by how quick it looks like it will be to read.
It looks like nonfiction to me. I mean, I know it says a novel
Yeah.
on it, so if you ignore that,
Yeah.
I would think that it was kind of
The summary of the book and like the size, I'm like, oh, this could be a quick, interesting read.
Wait a minute.
What?
Are you committing on Mike to read this book?
It's only 175 pages.
Are you going to do it?
This is about the same size as that Star Trek book you gave me.
Yeah.
So
You going to do it?
Maybe. I haven't read a boxing book. No, I
Okay.
have. Boxer and the Spy. Maybe.
All right, so your recommendation for a boxing book is Boxer and the Spy
No.
by Robert Parker.
No.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Oh, sorry.
No, I didn't like it.
Okay.
I have no boxing recommendations. Watch Real Steel. It's robots fighting each other, but it's Hugh Jackman. It's great.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, if you're interested in Robert Parker, episode 28,
yeah. If you're interested in Hugh Jackman, did we do a Hugh
a
Jackman
Hugh
spotlight?
Jackman spotlight.
Yeah.
I don't think we did.
What about on Father's Day? Can we do that?
Sure.
All right.
If that makes you happy. Well, this, like all of our Lonely Hearts Book Club, is available here in the David A. Howe Public Library.
Yeah.
Odds are good that whenever you come
Ooh,
in,
that's
it's going to
not
be
it.
checked in.
Entirely true anymore.
What?
Do you remember the book Wings?
Yeah.
That very ugly cover we
Yes,
did?
I do.
I may have discarded
Gone.
that book. Gone.
Gone.
I couldn't
Okay.
do it. I couldn't look at that.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
But everything else, yes, including
Yeah.
the Wolfen and
That Wings cover. Oh, my goodness. If you're curious about the books we featured in the past, you can find them all on the David A. Howe Library's Goodreads page. We have a shelf marked Lonely Hearts Book Club. You can see all the ones we've covered.
To be fair, Wings was on a special Lonely Hearts book club where we talked about bad book art
Specifically about bad covers.
with a friend
Amy,
of ours,
Amy Kuhn.
Yeah,
Yep. She was our.
artist friend.
Yeah. Yep. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Trying to find the episode.
She's
number
gone now.
I don't know. No, she's still around.
Okay.
She's still around. Amy Howard, come back. It's episode 44, everyone. It's called The One Where We Judge Books by Their Covers.
Did you-
With our friend Amy Kuhn. Amy, this is an open invitation to come back and talk about ugly book covers with us again
Yeah.
because I loved that episode.
Yeah. Amy, come back. You can blame
I
it
went
all
back. I was
on Nick.
I didn't have those on the Goodreads shelf, and so I went back and listened to that segment to remember which ones they were. It was a fun segment. I really liked it, so I want to do it again. So Amy, if you're listening,
Yeah.
and of course you are,
Yeah.
please come back.
Probably just Facebook her.
Do the show with us again. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'll send her a message.
Okay. There you go.
All right.
Instead of hoping she sees
So
these
this-
smoke signals.
This
on the
will be
podcast.
available in the stacks, as
Yeah.
are almost all of the ones we featured in the past.
2004, you said?
A Space Odyssey. Yeah, it came out in 2004.
Yeah, okay. It does. It looks. Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
all
Let's
I got
talk
to say
library
about this book.
news.
Okay.
We got a concert this week. Arco Iris, a new group coming here on the 17th at 7 o'clock. And we're very excited about our summer author visit with Alex Berenson, best-selling author, Edgar Award winner. He writes the John Wells series.
Yeah.
Very interesting background. Writes for the New York Times. Spent a lot of time overseas. A fascinating guy in his own right, and his books are great too. We've done one for book club, and I've read a couple others. So we're looking forward to that. We're going to have books here for sale. Or you can bring your own copy, and he will sign them afterwards. We're going to try to hook him for a quick podcast interview. So if you can't come but want to hear what he has to say, we'll get a little bit on the mic.
Yeah.
But I do hope you'll join us for that. And if you can't, send a friend in your stead.
Right. Is this
That's
one
going to
of
be
the-
Saturday, June 2nd at 2 o'clock.
That's so quick.
Oh, I
That's
know.
So
It's
soon.
about 3 weeks away from now.
Are you gonna have him sign on your arm in permanent marker so you can go?
So I can get it tattooed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My plan is to scare him off as best
Scare
as,
him
as best I can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I really would like. So Should
yeah,
be pretty good.
June 2nd, and that's a Saturday. That's our first.
it is our first Saturdays. Well, we've done a lot of these in the past, and about the only complaint we've got is I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, I love that author, but I didn't want to come out at night."
Yeah.
So we're gonna give it a shot in the afternoon on a Saturday and see how that goes. And then, of course, summer reading program is going to begin. And then after summer reading program, we're going to have an author visit from Wendy Corsi Staub. So get reading if you're not a fan already. Mm-hmm. She's got a lot of mysteries, some romance, all sorts of stuff. But Alex Berenson's up first on June 2nd, and you have to come.
Yeah. Has anyone ever combined the romance and mystery genre?
Yes.
No, so that like you have people solving a mystery, but it's also like romantic between them.
Yes. All right.
June 8th, we're showing Wrinkle in Time.
Yes. I didn't see that.
No.
I don't think anyone did they?
No, it didn't make tons of money. It made the mistake. Well, it didn't make the
I
mistake.
don't like the book.
Yeah, I don't love the book either. But
enjoy it.
we're too old.
You're too old.
No, I mean like I think if you're a middle schooler reading Wrinkle in Time, you're gonna really like it.
Do
and as
you?
you get old, yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
It's so
Abstract.
froofy. Yeah, it's just. I mean, obviously it's a classic, so what do I know? But
Yeah. Well, anyways,
I just don't know how well it would age. So I'd be interested to know.
it came out like 2 weeks after Black Panther, so everybody was still watching Black Panther instead of.
It's got my buddy Chris Pine in it.
Your buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. So on Friends Day, we'll do a Chris Pine spotlight.
Yeah, we'll do.
Well, I guess
we'll
we
do-
already did a Star Trek spotlight.
We
What
did.
else was he in?
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just Wrinkle in Time,
That's true. Yeah.
for example.
Yeah. So we're showing that at 3:30 on the 8th, but we still have time for that. We had our superhero party on the 12th.
Yeah. Again, that's library history, not library news, but
Oh, okay.
that's fine.
Well, it was fun.
Good.
So,
I'm glad you had a good time. My son had a good time.
I mean, I was there taking pic, but
Okay.
I didn't go and like use the silly string.
Yeah, I didn't use the silly string either.
Yeah. You don't
Real
like a
shame.
mess.
A real shame. All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
No.
All right. Well, in the coming weeks, we're going to be talking to David Dworkin, author of several sci-fi novels and short stories.
Specifically, Star Trek books. Not specifically, but
Yeah.
the things that put him on your radar.
That's true. Yes, the thing to put him absolutely. And then Alex Berenson a couple weeks after that. Wendy Corsi's Rob a month after that. Lots of other exciting stuff going on.
Yeah.
So we'll see you then.
Was that it?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.